I saw something this morning that made my blood boil, and I I could not believe that this situation was as bad as it was. I knew it was bad, but I didn't think it was this horrific. I'm Dylan Hildreth. This is the Dylan Hildreth Show, and this is one of those rare times where this is going to cross over from my political page on Rumble and my sports page on YouTube. So if you're on, make sure to do all the proper things like, subscribe, follow on the respective platforms you are watching this on. And I will leave the countering links on the description below in case you are interested in the other side of me. So I was watching Crain and Company this morning, and they had this Kentucky swimmer by the name of Riley Gaines. Riley Gaines is a University of Kentucky legend. She 12 12 championships, 5 SEC titles. Uh, very good swimmer and one of the best in Kentucky history. And she was on and was talking about pretty much Lia Thomas and the move into and competing against him and all the stuff that you haven't really seen, nobody really talked about up to this point. And this this finally got on my radar, and I'm so happy it did because these are one of the things that this is one of the things that I just find absolutely appalling by all the essentially bad guys involved. So, uh, Leah Thomas was raced against Riley Gaines for the national championship. Those were the 1-2 finishers, and they tied all the way down to the hundredth of a second, the thousandth of a second. The three digits, and they gave the trophy to Leah because he is a man and pretty much reduced all of women's sports into a photo op right then and there. And that got me mad, angry. It didn't get to the point of my blood boiling. And then I saw this.
No one has asked us how we felt. We exist to validate a male's identity. But the Ivy League, Leah Thomas's teammates, actually, when they were concerned about the locker room situation and they sent an email to the Ivy League and the NCAA, their response was, here are some counseling resources you should seek if you feel comfortable seeing male genitalia in your locker room. And then they were referred to the LGBTQ Education Center to educate themselves on the oppression that these athletes are dealing with. So no one within the NCAA is willing to acknowledge us, our feelings, our safety, our privacy. I've really tried. I feel like it's really only happened like the past couple weeks where I like get emotional talking about like the locker room scene because it is just so wild that you can turn around and see a 6'4" biological man pull his pants down watching you undress.
Sent to a camp, an LGBTQXXAWZY camp for tolerance and acceptance because they did not want to be nude in a locker room with a man by Penn University. You're the university's job and all across the nation, red or blue, doesn't matter. There has been an abject failure to protect women, an absolute failure from Baylor University to several other places. Baylor's the most famous. Issues in Florida, issues at Ohio State. I mean, it's it's been an abject failure to protect women, and this is another. And this isn't one of the, oh, I didn't know. This was blatant, intentional, disgusting, and every single person at Penn University who knew about it and essentially told them to screw off should be held accountable, should be fired, and should be arrested for endangering those women. Absolutely unacceptable to force a bunch of women to change, strip down, and get into these suits that is a long process because they are skin tight for hydrodynamic purposes, and to do that in front of a man. And every single person who who did nothing, who could have done something at Penn, should be held responsible because that's absolutely incredible. That is one of the most disgusting things I've ever heard, and it only got worse. One of Lia Thomas's teammates, when she was in high school, experienced something nobody should ever go through, and was still dealing with the trauma, still had the anxiety from the act that I'm pretty sure you can draw that conclusion to. And she went to him. And again, a counselor and off to acceptance camp. What the hell? Again, I cannot believe what I what in somebody's mind, what in somebody's mind who is running an Ivy League school says this is okay. Because under no circumstances is this okay. And I can't believe I have to go on this rant. I hope nothing but the worst for those Penn coaches, the university. They can all rot in hell for all I care. And I just hope that whoever that girl is, she she gets the help that she needs after having to deal with that all year long. To have one of your releases in life, which in her case is swimming, to be ripped away from you by the predations of a man who wants to play dress up. Unbelievable. And everybody's saying how brave Leah Thomas is. How it's not bravery. It's not. Everybody is behind you. All the mainstream media. You will get praised, sung upon, and if anybody goes after you, you have thousands of mindless drones firing back. And the fact of the matter is, what Riley Gaines is doing, what the women at the Independence Women Forum are doing, that is bravery. That is going against the social norm, which it shouldn't be the social norm. Men are men, women are women. There is no in between. There is no non binary. There is no trans, whatever. We have to start treating this as a mental illness because it is. And the more we stray away from the facts of this, that a guy, a man who wants to be a woman and a woman who wants to be a man, it is gender dysphoria. And the more that we deny that reality and refuse to give the people the help that they need to get through that, this is only going to get worse. And for the people that are saying that, oh, oh, it's just a more accepting time and they're able to be who they are. Let me ask those people this question. If that was true, wouldn't the unaliving rate go down instead of skyrocket? And and now we have women trying to detransition after a few years. And everything you told them was a lie. Those hormone blockers, the testosterone blockers, those are not reversible. They're not, as much as people want to believe. And for the sake of whatever, doctors have essentially ruined these people's lives. It's absolutely sickening, and this needs to stop. And as far as swimming goes, and Riley Gaines, I still can't believe that they made those women change in a locker room with a 6'4" male and made them compete against him. That kind of stuff is going to be the end of women's sports. It is everything Title IX was supposed to be against. To allow men compete in women's sports doesn't matter the testosterone level, it doesn't matter. Biological men are not allowed to compete in women's sports. That is Title IX. And women get every opportunity that men get. That is Title IX. Men don't get to cross over and take opportunities from women. That goes against Title IX. And you can declare whatever you want as far as what it is. The reality is a man who pretends to be a woman and competes in women's sports is taking an opportunity away from a woman. That goes against Title IX. And anybody that tries to twist Title IX into, oh, it's inclusive of the LGBT XYZ, it's not. It was never meant to, because when Title IX was written, nobody was that freaking crazy. But here we are. The link to the original interview with Crain and with the Cranes and Cone and Riley, that'll be down below. There will be a direct website to the Independent Women's Forum down below. And for the sports people, for the people that's here for the sports, I will be back with some more videos very soon. On the Rumble side, I am working on that Ohio train derailment because there's a lot of stuff still breaking from that, and that's why I've been holding off. So I'll see you next time on the Dylan Hilder Show, and please, please join this fight and help protect these women from ever having to go through having to change in a locker room with the same in the same change in the same locker room as a biological male. At minimum, that's what I hope this accomplishes. We'll see you in the next one.